Okay, so this is making ice cream number 2. So last night we mixed up the heavy cream, milk, sugar, eggs, vanilla. I guess that's it. And then heated it because it said to. Then we put it in the refrigerator to cool down. And then I just took the mixture and put it in there. And I pre-cooled, there's a pre-cool button on this, and it dropped it down to about a minus 24, maybe minus 26. Then I put the mix in, and it raised the temperature because the mix was not it was not frozen, and it raised it to minus 18. Of course, then I hit the start button, it's churning or mixing, and I've got it set up as hard. It says it's 2 hours, but it really won't be. It'll probably, the time will adjust itself. It'll probably take about 50 minutes or so. And I'm going to then I'll start another video as this is done, and then I'll splice them together and post it. So this is the natural way. So this is the Breville. And of course, this has got its own refrigerator compressor in here. So the difference between this machine and some of the less expensive ones, the less expensive ones have a bowl that you remove that probably has some refrigerant or something in the middle of the bowl. It's probably a double layer bowl, and you freeze it, and that's what makes it cold. Where this is a refrigeration unit is built into this device, so much easier to do. And we'll see what happens. So there'll be more film later. And what we're going to do is we've gotten some of these things. These are a plastic type material that doesn't have any taste to it. So it's designed to be able to freeze ice cream and things in it and not transfer the flavor of the container into the stuff. So this is going to come out somewhat custardy, which it has to, because if it was solid, hard ice cream, you'd never get it out of the mixing blade and things. So anyway, so that's what's going on. More later. Okay, so we're back here. You can see that this says add mix-ins. So the machine beeped, and then this little message comes on the display. And this would be like if you were going to make cookies and cream, just as an example. This is the period of time where you would put in the cookies, or M&Ms, or chocolate chips, or any of the additive type things, even strawberries. If you wanted to put in whole strawberries, for instance, or other fruit mixes, this is the period of time that you would do that. Now you can see the little display, the little bar graph display. This is now the consistency of a low-level gelato, as far as hardness is concerned. And the bowl is minus 15 degrees, and it's going to continue to go and mix until it gets to the hardest ice cream setting that's available to the machine, which is still going to be soft enough to get it out of the machine. You can see that it's looking pretty much like ice cream, but actually it would probably be looking pretty much like gelato at this point. But we're going to let this continue to harden up, and take it out of here and put it into containers and freeze it hard. And, well, we probably will sample it before we put it in the freezer, just to make sure that it's not poison, because that's always important. So now it's the hardest gelato. And it's minus 16 degrees. And of course it'll start to go over towards the ice cream thing. Yeah, now it's into the ice cream area. So we're almost done here, so we'll come back and do some more filming, and then merge all this together and have the first video of the making of ice cream after the base has been made. Anyway, more later. Okay, so it now is done. It says remove blade. So we're going to... All right, so I'm not going to be able to film this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ice cream out and I'm going to put it into one of these containers. And yeah, so that's going to end up over there, and then I'll turn the camera back on and close this out. Okay, so here is kind of an empty container, and there it is in the jar. So I'm going to take this out and clean this up, and we'll be ready for the next batch of ice cream. Anyway, so I tasted it. It's delicious. I'm now going to put it in the freezer because it's not quite as hard as I like it, but it's delicious. Anyway, that's all. Bye for now.